the two startups that we had at that point of time, I mean, we have right now as well, but the visibility has come down a bit for Bewakoof. Soul Store has become a preference over other brands. I mean, which almost started with you. So, what do you think? What did you do different?
Your
So,
returns and exchanges cost, they are one of the most important metric. You have to have focus on profitability right from day one.
hello everyone. Today I am with one of the executives of one of my favorite clothing brands, the Soul Store, CFO, Mr. Chirag Mavani. Our Soul Store focuses on the unit economics of a product, let's say a t-shirt.
80% of our business in the form of our own channel, B2C channel, which is online, offline. And as we speak, we have 75 stores across pan India.
And any suggestion that you would like to give to ICI for the current academic course? Gen Z or millennials at workplace? Hello everyone. Today I am with one of the executives of one of my favorite clothing brands, the Soul Store, CFO, Mr. Chirag Mavani. Hi Chirag, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good as well.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start with a brief introduction, Chirag.
Yeah, sure. So thank you so much for having me here. My pleasure to be here. Uh, so I'm Chirag Mavani, CFO at the Soul Store. Uh, my journey has largely been around finance, accounts, controls, systems, planning, e-commerce, logistics. If I have to talk about industry, and now it's more about consumer brand building. Uh, yeah, so that's a rough introduction that I can give you. And at the Soul Store, I have kind of now been part of the Soul Store journey for more than 6 years. Uh, and it's like evolved. For me, the journey has evolved from just pure finance to being part of the strategic team decision making panel. So that's how, yeah, it's a very exciting journey that I've kind of experienced in the Soul Store. And I personally uh, love to be a part of the consumer brand where, because things are every day changing there. It's a very much alive business. So it gives me a lot of pleasure to be part of that kind of a dynamic business. And you that makes your role, like as a CFO, as a true business enabler rather than a back office function role.
Agreed. I mean, it's evolving every day. Every day there will be some kind of new challenge that you'll have to face.
Correct.
Uh, so now let's start with my favorite brand, the introduction of the Soul Store. It's business and its business model.
Soul Store, honestly, right now, if I have to introduce today, we are a retail destination, and that it's a retail destination built on the premises of fashion, fandom, comfort, quality, community experience. Uh, but yeah, we started with a very simple idea. We wanted to be, able to kind of deliver a product which our customers are able to wear and love, able to connect with it, uh, and live the emotion that we wanted to kind of build. So whether be it a fandom, be it character, or be it a mood, we just wanted something that they would be able to kind of feel that it's an extension of their personality. So that's how we started with our model is very much straightforward. We kind of curate and build designs which emotionally connects with the customers, and we focus largely on the quality part. We don't want to we never kind of think of missing out on quality, because we spend a lot on quality checks. We want our customers to kind of experience the best at a price point at what they're kind of shopping with us. So if I have to kind of sum this up, the ARM business model is not only to just sell clothes or apparels. We sell identity, and we want our customers, when they wear our products, to feel that it is an extension of their own self. That is a real strength.
Hmm. So, focusing on this strength, I think one of your co-founders mentioned in an interview that almost 90% of the sales that you have is coming from your website directly. So, how did you build that strong customer relationship?
Yeah, that's true. So, see, the Soul Store now has completed more than 13 years. It's about to complete 14th year. So it's a culmination of a lot of effort and a consistent effort. It's not built through any shortcuts. D2C business, it's all about kind of understanding your customer and serving their needs. So our focus always has been to kind of get our customers on our website, on our shopping app, understand their requirements, address those requirements, and deliver them a quality product. Uh, I always have felt, and as a company, we also have agreed that uh, you can actually build transactions on marketplaces, but if you want to build relationships, it has to be on your own channel, and that's what our focus has been. We want our customers to come to our website, have an enriching customer experience, and when they shop with us, when they share the feedback with us, we will always try to deliver them what is their requirement and keep them kind of uh, happy and believe that the brand is for them and it is an extension of them. So I feel marketplaces give you transactions, and your own channel gives you build an opportunity to build a relationship. So uh, yes, you're right. We have it more than 80% of our business in the form of our own channel, D2C channels, which is online, offline, and marketplaces. We do have a presence, which is from a visibility perspective that we kind of continue to build.
Yes, and my next question was on that only that building a strong customer relationship, you have also focused on opening the retail stores. I mean, I personally have visited these stores that were there in Pune, in FC Road, or maybe in Phoenix Mall, Viman Nagar. So I want to ask, what is the change in the revenue mix as a percentage when it comes to D2C, marketplace, and physical stores?
Today, as we speak, we have 75 stores across pan India. Uh, and it is more like an extension of our D2C online channel, because we believe in true omni-channel concept where unlike other brands, you can actually kind of come to our platform whether online offline, and you can return it. Like if you bought an online product, you can return it offline. If you bought an offline product, you can return it online. We have that kind of a flexibility, and we have tried to be omni present across in that sense. So that's been our moat, I would say, and we continue to kind of build on that. So online has given us reach, offline has given us reassurance, and we continue to build. So today we have close to 80% of our D2C business, which is a combination of 50% online, 30% offline, again through our own channels, and then balance would be the marketplaces.
Moving on, while Soul Store was new, personally, me and many other my friends and the customers in general were comparing the two startups that we had at that point of time. I mean, we have right now as well, but the visibility has come down a bit for Bewakoof. Soul Store has become a preference over other brands. I mean, which almost started with you. So, what do you think? What did you do different?
For us, we are always happy to be part of the competition because competition in our view is always healthy. It actually forces you to become sharper. So we have never kind of indulged in any kind of a price war or something. We have kind of always strived, and our success has thrived on the principles that we have laid down, which is the comfort and the quality to be delivered to our customers. So our focus has always been on unit economics, and along with that, the product which is offered to the customer has to be of top-notch quality. And I think that has helped us over a period of time because we lay a lot of focus on our unit economics as well. We do not kind of indulge in kind of discounting our products and kind of acquire customer uh, from a short-term perspective. We want our customers to be with us, enjoy the journey, and we focus a lot on kind of ensuring that the customers are repeating orders with us. And it is in those repeats where the customer is able to kind of experience the delightful journey that we want to kind of build. We want to build for them, and it is in that parlance where I think we have kind of had an edge over most of our competitors, where we see a lot of high repeats with our brand, and that kind of helps you build a good lifetime value of the customer, and it kind of helps you kind of absorb the CAC over a period of time. CAC, which is the customer acquisition cost. So that, I think, in my view, is one of the key differentiator uh, for a good successful brand to emerge.
As you have mentioned about the unit economics, let's discuss a little bit more about this. I have seen your other interviews in which you are talking about unit economics and saying that the Soul Store focuses a lot on unit economics. So let's talk a little bit in detail about this, that how Soul Store focuses on the unit economics of a product, let's say a t-shirt, and how is it affecting the profitability. And while we are on the unit economics topic, just a small question from my side, personally, is that does Soul Store manufacture all of its products 100%, or do they outsource it as well?
Yeah, so I'll answer both of them. To start with, see, unit economics is basically, in simple parlance, it is nothing but how much of money you are able to make against every single product that you are selling to your customer. But that doesn't mean that you just kind of find out the difference between your selling price and the uh, product cost. There are a lot of other peripheral costs which are associated with the entire sale transaction that takes place, which is in the form of quality checks that you do, which is in the form of packaging material that you deploy, which is in the form of returns and exchanges that you kind of provide for, uh, which is in the form of warehousing that you kind of do for those products. So if you factor all of this and kind of map it to a single product, all of this cost, and attribute those costs to the single product, and then what you derive eventually after selling the product is your unit economics. And it is very important for you to crack this. You can kind of, it's all fine if you're not making money on every single product with a, but at least you should have a vision to kind of make money on the product in the longer run. So that is what is unit economics. We kind of have focused on this. Every time we launch a new category, a new product, we ensure that the unit economics are intact. Every time we kind of start up with a new channel, be it on the marketplaces, be it offline store, be it a D2C category launch, online category launch, we ensure that the new product, the new SKU, or the new channel is going to be kind of delivering on unit economics. For us, every t-shirt or every single apparel or every single SKU has a P&L. And it's and a very important advice I'm giving here. If you don't understand this P&L, or if you're not kind of able to kind of break the unit economics, you are not scaling your revenue. You are scaling your problems. I think it's very important to kind of lay emphasis on unit economics. Uh, what was the second question?
The manufacturing style.
Yeah,
Does
so
Soul
we
Store
we,
manufacture everything?
we have dedicated capacities with contract manufacturing vendors that we work with. We do not have something within our own company premises, but we have it as a dedicated capacity with our vendors.
So as you have mentioned that on every product, Soul Store focuses a lot on unit economics. So should we assume that each and every product that is launched on Soul Store is profitable?
See, every product that we kind of uh, launch or we operate out of has a potential to be profitable. There will be some kind of investment we'll be doing on a particular product when we kind of launch, or when we want to kind of bring on a new product and kind of complete the inventory that we have. We may do some kind of a price cuts there. But in the larger scheme of things, every product is profitable on its own, given in the normal course.
I think everybody considers Soul Store as a premium brand because the pricing is such that it cannot be considered as a normal brand. It's a premium brand. So, and I personally haven't seen much marketing done by Soul Store directly to its consumers. So, still on the marketing cost, there are reports that are suggesting that the marketing costs are going high because there is a lot of competition, because of AI and everything. So how is the marketing cost affecting Soul Store?
First of all, I'll just correct you. We are a premium brand for sure, but not because of our pricing. I think if you look at the premiumness of the product or the quality of the product, and then compare the pricing, I think it's one of the most reasonably priced brand today in India. Yeah, coming back to your question on the marketing costs, yeah, you're right. It's one of the costs which is kind of growing, and it is becoming more and more expensive because there are many D2C brands that are emerging, and every company looks forward to kind of advertising their product and targeting the same set of audience again. So there's going to be a bit of a price escalation that every time you'll experience. But I think what's more important here is to kind of, when you build a D2C brand, like I mentioned earlier, the most important thing is to focus on your customer repeat rates. I think most companies fail there. It's not about acquiring the customer for the first time. It's more about kind of making the customer repeat second time, third time, and then fourth and fifth as well. When you do that, the lifetime value of the customer enhances, and eventually you are able to recover the customer acquisition cost, which is a CAC, which you incur for the first time. And if when they start repeating, they also kind of start indulging in kind of word of mouth, and they start talking about the brand to their friends. That helps you organically kind of grow without spending on the marketing. All of this is very important when you're building a successful brand. I think that's something which I think most companies fail to deliver on and fail to focus on. Uh, your customer acquisition cost is always going to be painful if your customers don't repeat. So that you need to keep that in mind. Focus on kind of delivering the best product, best experience. It's always fine to kind of invest in growth, which is sustainable. So what I mean by that is invest in kind of understanding your customer, invest in kind of giving him the best experience in or him or her best experience, and try to kind of figure out what is the requirement and then accordingly design your product. So always feel happy to invest in kind of designing the product which is going to meet their requirement.
So basically, Soul Store focuses more on organic growth rather than focusing on the growth that we get from marketing.
I would say, we never kind of discount products and acquire customers. We never do that. We don't want to kind of acquire customer just for once and not be a part of their life cycle. We want them to be part of the wardrobe. We just don't want to be a single unit with them. So once you kind of have given that trust and build that trust for the customers, you are sure they'll repeat with you and you become a part of their wardrobe.
Does Soul Store spend on marketing? I mean, the question.
Yeah, we do spend. Definitely, we do spend. But again, the main premises of spend is that we want to acquire customers and then make those customers repeat with us. Because when you're scaling, you definitely need to spend on marketing and you need to acquire new customers. But our objective is not to just acquire customer for once and then kind of again look out for a new customer. When we kind of acquire a customer, we want that that customers are repeating with us and are part of the journey.
Okay. While we were talking about unit economics, you focused on one of the key factors, that is the returns and the logistics part. Now, we know everywhere in the world the cost of logistics and the returns has increased because of many, many reasons within India and globally as well. So, how does that increased cost has affected Soul Store? I mean,
See, I've been saying this on several forums. Your returns and exchanges cost, they are one of the most important metric to monitor. I It's very important to understand that your return is not only a reverse sale; it is a reverse margin. Like what happens in the online space is that when you get an order, you deliver the product, and that is where you incur the forward logistics cost. because you kind of deliver the product to your customer. So you have kind of generated sales and you have kind of incurred forward logistics. Now, when the customer returns back the product, the sale is reversed. But when you have to reverse the sale, you have to again deploy a logistics cost to pick up the product first and then again bring it back to your warehouse. So there is 3x the cost of on logistics, and there is zero sales here. Your sales have got reversed. So you're actually reversing your margin. You're in fact kind of eroding your margin that you have actually earned from other sales. So this is very important to understand. Returns, if you're not monitoring well, it can kind of break your unit economics, because then now if you have a very thin margin available and if your returns increase, basically those returns are going to eat away your uh, thin margin. So this is a very important thing to focus on, and that returns issue can be addressed significantly if you're investing in the right areas. Like for instance, if your website is able to kind of reflect the product specification in true sense, and give more clarity on what exactly the fit is going to be or what exactly the fabric material is going to be, the propensity for customer to return is going to significantly fall down. Also, the way I had explained to you earlier, if your customer is repeating with you, he or she will be able to understand the products much more better, and will not kind of will you'll see a lot more lower returns for a repeat customer base. So uh, so all of these things, there are several things that you can kind of look upon to address the issues of returns, which is one of the perennial issues in an online space, because no one realizes that returns and the logistics costs associated with the returns can kind of completely be detrimental to your entire P&L growth story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Also, we are now, like, we have one of the lowest in return rates in the industry, and we are so much confident of our products that we offer highest return window. Our return window is 30 days. I think today you will not see companies offering 30 days of return window to any of the customers, be it even on the marketplaces or be it on their own platform. But we do this because we are very fairly confident of our products, and we have, despite all of this, when we have 30-day window, we have the lowest return rates in the industry. So you're right. Uh, it is a big dent to the P&L if your returns are not controlled. But once you've kind of controlled it and once you kind of build that kind of trust with your customers, I think that is not an issue.
so moving ahead with the role of yours as a CFO. I mean, when we talk about a traditional CFO, there are enlisted activities which he has to do. But being a part of a successful and a growth startup, uh, is there any change in the role as a CFO there?
Today, if I have to just kind of give you a sense of the way my role here is, I align very closely with all the functions. I work with marketing to understand the marketing spends of the company. I work with tech to understand their investment plans. We work with HR to kind of ensure that we are spending adequately and wisely enough to for the welfare of our employees. So we work with design team to just ensure that all the tools that they're using are commensurating with the overall long-term objectives of the organization from the P&L perspective. So and you also work with category to ensure that the inventories are kind of intact and you're not kind of holding large set of inventories or kind of overspending on the carrying cost of the inventory. So there's a lot of involvement of the CFO or the finance head across organization and across functions. I think there won't be any function where you will not be getting involved. So yeah, that's the answer.
Moving ahead, let's talk about profitability versus growth. I mean,
Sure.
at what point does D2C business starts focusing on profitability or on growth?
See, I think you have to have focus on profitability right from day one. You will not be able to kind of think of only growth or only profitability. Both have to kind of, you have to balance it out, and it has to be built like any. If you're just thinking of building growth without keeping in mind profitability, you are going to be kind of heading to a disaster. So I feel it's always important to balance this out. Yeah, they are not enemies, and it can be like, there can be a stage where companies focusing on scaling up and profitability takes a backseat. But there has to be a focus, or in your mind there has to be always be profitability built in, because it is not something that profitability is not something that you can discover later. It has to be designed into your business model, is what I feel. The uh, best brands or the best companies, they will not choose growth or profitability. They will build a model where growth eventually kind of improves your profitability,
Better.
right? So I always say growth is oxygen and profitability is stamina. So you can actually scale up fast, move fast with oxygen, but to finish a marathon, you need stamina. So you need profitability.
Mm. But in a journal parlance, it is said that focus more on growth when you are starting at the stage at which no one knows you and you are still growing. So focus more on growth. So is it correct from your point of
Again,
view?
at what stage of the company it is? Yes, you're right. When you have to kind of penetrate, you will focus on growth, but growth with unit economics intact should not be an issue. Growth without unit economics in place, because then that growth is never going to kind of like I mentioned, you are just going to scale your revenue and also scale your problems along with it. Because at that larger scale, because we don't have unit economics in place, you are likely to kind of collapse. So you can grow, and if you want to kind of penetrate in a particular market, or you kind of want to ensure that you are first acquiring some set of customers, so you're kind of scaling up in a sense to ensure that you have decent market share. But profitability should be built inbuilt in that design. If that is not built, then it's an issue.
So while we were discussing the life cycle, Soul Store is now becoming one of the big players in the market. Where would you put the Soul Store in this product life cycle? At which stage do you think it is right now?
Right. I mean, we have matured enough now. We've become over a period of time. We started a journey as a t-shirt online brand. Today, like I mentioned to you, we have several categories. We are like a retail destination today. So we've been focusing very much on our profitability, and we've been kind of, if you look at our balance sheet and records, we've been profitable right from inception. We don't want to kind of build a model which is not sustainable and dependent on investor funds. Uh, we've kind of ensured, we are able to kind of enter into channels after kind of assessing them thoroughly. Uh, for I think we have launched an organization in 2013, and the first store that we had launched was in 19. Thereafter, the second store that we launched was in 2021. So we've been very cautious about our approach. We don't want to kind of do something which is where we've not thought through, or we have not baked in the unit economics into it. So, like, and that I think that is a reflection of a mature organization which is able to kind of think through and build a P&L which will be maximizing everyone's interest.
Mm. So I have a few set of questions which I want to ask you as rapid fire.
So,
Before that, just a small question from a CA student's point of view. You are also a CA, right? So so let me reframe. Is there any portion of your role as a CFO in which you think that CA has helped you grow?
a lot. I mean, the entire curriculum and the way the entire structure of the CA course is, uh, it kind of, you have to literally kind of strive to get through the entire CA curriculum, no matter how brilliant or how intelligent you are, because eventually, I mean, you'll never see examples of a chartered accountant who has kind of completed his course without sincerity and dedication. And I think that's the key moat for a successful organization, for a successful finance leader, be it in the D2C space, or be it any other space like manufacturing or IT. But because you need to have that perseverance and that dedication to kind of establish that kind of a success. So I think CA helps you build up on that particular skill.
Okay. And any suggestion that you would like to give to ICI for the current academic course?
I feel in today's world, a lot will now be revolving around the analytical skills. And I feel ICI should now be able to kind of build something more on analytics, like the way CFA courses. If that kind of skill set is also built in, you will see far more enhanced profile of chart accountants emerging in the days to come.
So let's move on to the rapid fire questions. The first question is actually on the design part. Marvel or anime?
I am a Marvel fan, so I mean, I look forward to TSS originals, but if I have to select between the two, Marvel.
Oversized tees or hoodies?
Uh, I'm based out of Mumbai, oversized tees.
Okay. Online shopping or store shopping?
I would say omnichannel. You, we are indifferent, absolutely indifferent, but deliver the best customer experience. When you are opening channel, you don't matter. It doesn't matter.
Uh, Before I ask the next rapid fire question, can I ask what is the employee count that you have right now at SoulStream globally?
We have
Approximately.
we have 1,000 plus. With
Okay. And how much out of them would be Gen Z employees?
our median age group is around 26, 27. So like most of them would be Gen Zs.
So then I'll ask you this, Gen Z or millennials at workplace?
I think you need both. So we love the energy and the vibe that the Gen Zs get on. At the same time, you need some experience. So in that parlance, today, if you want to build on experience and kind of look forward to experience, then you need to look forward to millennials.
And the last question, sneakers or sliders?
Sneakers.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Chirag, for this insightful podcast. This is the most comprehensive podcast which I feel I have get to know about Soul Store. I mean, we have talked about logistics, we have talked about unit economics, we have talked about risks, we have talked about you. I mean, everything we have covered here about Soul Store and you as a CFO at Soul Store. So thanks a lot for chipping in. And it was
It was a wonderful journey. Enjoyed this thoroughly. Thank you so much.